Okay. You're
The
in.
mic just wasn't on.
It wasn't plugged in enough.
Well, I just liked a little switch.
You just did a little flick. Then that's the reason.
Aaron.
What?
I love you.
You
But
too.
anyway, so we were watching this show and
Crazy little show.
I just got a little embarrassed for a second. I don't know why. I think I'm sleepy, but
Yeah.
okay, let's start over. Hi.
Hello.
That show is just really like getting to me.
Yeah,
I
we're
think.
watching a little crazy show right now, you guys. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but it's called A Show About a Show. And Sophia and I are gearing up for ways to grow the enterprise value of this podcast. Because sometimes we're thinking, who the heck is just going to watch this little pod of us if you don't already know us?
But
or
honestly, I think once you watch us, you get hooked because,
there's a lot of chaos.
You know what's funny is like, okay, we're watching this show within a show. I thought that our podcast was a little bit too honest. Like I look back at some of the reels and I'm like, oh, like we're clearly like fighting in this moment, or we're clearly, I don't know,
We're going a little crazy. We're going into the weeds.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, especially from my family, have commented like you show too much of yourself online, blah blah blah. Which is funny because I never post. It's like literally just on here and you have to watch the full episode to even see what I say. But after watching that,
It can go so much further, clearly.
yeah.
So
Because he says everything, like I feel that I say everything within my head.
yeah.
But I think that you're a good partner to have for that. Because I think, and clearly she is too. Clearly his wife is.
Yeah, I would agree.
She's very understanding of his mind.
Yeah.
That's how I would
Well,
put it.
what's interesting is...
So to give you the context, we're watching a show within a show, and this man is like talking about how he's like having fantasies and like falling in love with the lead actress of the show.
So to kind of set the scene a little bit, basically the premise, and if you watch it, and it's all on YouTube for free, it's done by Brick TV. I don't know if they're still in business, but it was like a old like YouTube TV channel, and I think they actually were on the air as well, but all their stuff is on YouTube. And his name is Cave Zahedi. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And I think he's a current professor at the New School, and I don't know if he's always been there.
What does he teach? Film?
He must be film studies.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Because that would be funny if he taught something random.
Yeah.
I figured film.
Like economics. That would be silly.
Yeah.
So...
Then he would definitely be fired.
Yes, for sure. And he's kind of always been a filmmaker and done these very interesting movies. I've seen one other one at this point. I'll probably watch all of his other stuff, called I Am a Sex Addict. And it's basically, it's in this style where he's sort of talking to the camera and he's sort of playing out in real time these very honest
It's like
things.
the Mark Ruffalo and Pink movie.
I'm not familiar with that one. What's that one?
I want to say that was the one that he mentioned in the interview that we saw, where he said that kind of like took off his career because it was like an indie that blew up.
Oh.
But it was like Pink. Pink was in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. Was it with Moore?
Mandy Moore?
No, not Mandy. Julianne Moore? Was she in it?
Maybe. I don't really
He was
remember.
nominated for it.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's about sex addiction.
But I remember watching it. I was in probably early high school when I watched it, and I was like watching it by myself on my iPad.
Yeah, that's a crazy movie.
And I was like,
Yeah, okay,
I was
remember
like,
that
don't
one.
have sex. Like, he can't have sex.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly...
It was really good.
Yeah, that is a good movie. That's kind of how that feels but it's over kind of the span of his like a young adult life, where he goes through like all these serious relationships, but he's sort of still clung on to this thing of, I mean, he identified at least at that time as a sex addict. It's crazy. And it sort of has a similar cadence. Like it definitely feels like him. But for those that aren't familiar with this, as I wasn't like until like a few months ago, this show is basically about the making of each episode, but one episode into the future. So the first episode is about him pitching it. The second episode is about the making of the first episode. But through the editing style, he sort of like cross-references other episodes and character, like real actors are playing some of these characters. Some are not played by the real people that he's talking about, but he's basically just like spilling secrets and
like in real
building
time.
tension.
So he is a shit stirrer.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's
let
a
me
tea
just say
stirrer.
that.
Yeah.
He like, I don't even know, but I do think he has the flaw or the whatever of being brutally honest about everything. Like, he feels probably that he has to say everything.
Yeah.
But to record it is crazy. And I say that, though, I feel like I've had total emotional breakdowns on this podcast, though, where I've said exactly. And there are some times, like, my mom used to tell me, she's like, you should just lie a little bit. Like, there are some things that you don't have to say. I say everything to a fault. So I kind of relate to this guy, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I see that. And like
you remind me of the wife.
Well, there you go.
You know why?
I know. For what she said?
Yeah.
About writing?
Yeah.
Just watch the freaking thing and you'll see 10% of me in Sophia's conversations.
20 at this point.
Frick. But anyway, he sort of just like builds all of this conflict. He sort of stirs up all this conflict because, to my knowledge, certain actors don't even know what's being said about them until he's like, okay, we're going to act this scene out of things that happened in the making of the previous episode, or he'll cut in with like BTS. So I know this sounds confusing, but if you watch it, it'll make sense. But it's crazy. It's totally nuts. And
so how did you get into this?
Okay, because
how do you find all of these things?
Because he did I think like a telethon or something, some kind of fundraiser, like where you did like a Zoom for 24 hours in the pandemic, and someone who was on it was Matt Johnson, who does, you know, that Nirvana the band, the show, the one I think I showed you an episode. It's the one where his penis falls out.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
They kind of have a similar vibe too.
They do.
In the editing style as well. So I don't know if Matt Johnson was influenced by him. I think maybe, I'm not actually sure. I know they're both, I want to say this guy was for a time based in Canada. I'm not entirely sure about that. But he went on.
Where is he living in this?
He's in New York City.
Okay.
And he lives there for sure now.
Yeah, that seems like New York.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he ever lived in Canada. The other Matt Johnson is very Canada based, so I think I mixed them up.
Is he still Canada based?
Yeah, he lives in Toronto. He's like super Toronto. Loves Canada.
Oh.
So
Never been.
Me neither. Heard it's great. So anyway, they did a telethon together where he went on, and I thought he was totally hilarious and weird. And he always wears like this little tux. He just seems like totally crazy. And I heard about this show because the guy that I like, Matt Johnson, was kind of raving about how like he couldn't believe how crazy this guy was. He was like, you're like kind of ruining your life, and you're letting us watch you ruin your life. Like, it's crazy.
I cannot wait to keep watching the show.
It just keeps
There's
progressing.
Like something, I don't know. I just feel like lately shows have felt so
curated,
fake. To a point where it's like it doesn't even the cinematography, it looks like oversaturated.
It doesn't look real. Like it looks lit. Like, I'm not buying or surprised by any of this. I feel like, to me, some of the magic of which is why I feel like the Safdies are popular right now, is because you watch them and you're like, wow, this feels so real. It feels like I'm watching a magic trick.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, to me, when there's like a click between
I didn't used to be interested in that, though. I used to really hate that. Like, I used to like kind of the romance of a movie, or like the belief that it's not real, kind of, or that it's.
But you're buying at least their connection.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ooh. Like, what did we watched Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah.
Right? But like, you still buy their love for each other, and they're at least capturing like palpable tension that you're feeling is real at the time.
But obviously, like something like Pride and Prejudice is a lot more curated than.
Of course, no, definitely.
It's very different. I don't know.
But I feel like a lot of
this sort of thing, like, I think the reason I like this, because a lot of the shows, like the Nathan Fielder shows, I mean, I really liked The Curse, but his first show that he did where he would like kind of create fake businesses, that one's easier for me to watch than some of the other ones. Some of them I like can't even watch.
Yeah.
And it's slipping my mind, but it was another show that was based on real life that I couldn't watch. But a lot of those shows, like, they're just a little bit too
cringy.
Yeah, like I really I can't watch them.
Yeah. What I like about this is it's kind of...
I know.
What?
Free Solo. Free Solo was really...
Free Solo?
Yeah, Free Solo.
The documentary?
Yeah, it was really hard for me to watch. Because it kind of touched on his personal life as well. It didn't just feel like a documentary.
Yeah.
And this kind of... I don't know. Nathan Fielder, obviously... feels, honestly, this is going to sound really weird, like an in-between of Free Solo and Nathan Fielder to me.
You know what's funny is Nathan...
In the best parts of both.
Nathan Fielder and Alex Honnold have, at least on a presentation level, they kind of look similar, but they also have a similar psyche in the characters that they play on screen.
And I think the reason why I have a hard time watching those shows is because the protagonist feels completely inconsiderate of other people.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I totally understand. That's very frustrating.
And it almost feels like they're... And I know that this isn't the case necessarily, but it almost feels like at the expense of the people who are there.
This is what I was going to say.
And they're not consenting. Well, Free Solo, I guess they were consenting to be included.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Nathan Fielder, at least the presentation of it definitely feels like at the like in Nathan For You, it definitely feels like at the expense of whoever he's dealing with. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's clearly making fun of the character of himself. And I think he sort of... The people who really like him, I think, feel like this. Oh, that's how I feel in conversation with people. I feel really socially awkward. I can't carry a conversation.
I think he's fantastic.
He's incredible.
I just can't watch his shows. Like, I have to get up and walk away. The only reason I could watch it is because I had to keep telling myself it was scripted. Right.
Yeah, true. But what I like about this guy is it's always at the expense of him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of...
He is ruining his life.
Like, you're kind of just... You're in awe, but you can't stop watching because it's like, I think... him and his wife are going to break up, and he's going to make her reenact the scene of them breaking up. Like, what is happening? You know what I mean?
I don't think they're going to break up.
No, I don't think so. I think they're still together today.
Yeah. I think that low-key they give, like... I think he's crazy, and I think she knows exactly how to...
deal with him.
Yeah. It reminds me of me and you. Like, my craziness... You know exactly how to deal with it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, no one else could be with me because I would ruin their life. Mm. Truly.
Well, I think that it's okay to have two crazy people as long as they know how to deal with each other.
I don't think you're a crazy person, and I don't think she's a crazy person.
What they have, I think that they have eccentricities. I think I have, like, some
You have
quirks.
eccentricities, but not off from a normal person, I think.
That's fair.
Like... I'm trying to think. Yes, you'll like have a meltdown about writing and you just will procrastinate, but like that's kind of like all men, you know?
Sure.
Or all people.
Yeah.
You procrastinate something. Like that's kind of a common flaw.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not that you are like I think that I have a thing where I'm like spilling the truth and telling you exactly how I feel and even the little thoughts in my head. Like when he was saying that he was like attracted to other people, to his wife.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel that way, but I don't think you would ever say that to me.
Right. Yeah. That's fair.
I don't think you ever have said that to me. But I also think you're kind of a guarded person.
Well, what's crazy is he'll literally say, I'm attracted to this person that I am currently working with constantly. Although that is an interesting thing because from the perspective of his wife, I don't know how she feels, but it's probably like, well, he's telling me these things. He's not going to act on something that he's keeping me in the loop about, you know? So there is something I admire. Like I'm not going to say overly honest, but you're very...
I am overly honest. I'll say it on the
I wouldn't say it's overly, but I think you're like explicitly honest about
exactly what I'm feeling.
Moment to moment feelings, you know? And I think as a partner, it does give me a sense of security that...
But don't you sometimes feel like, shut up, Sophia?
At this point, no.
But yeah.
Feels like you're talking to yourself. Feels like you're talking to me right now.
No, but like when I am like telling you things that probably aren't good for our relationship, when I'm being honest with you, and there's some things that I can keep to myself, or you're like, Sophia, why would you share that with me? Like I share every single
really
doubt I've ever had
that
about
much.
a relationship to you, and probably on camera.
Well, you know, I think that there's I'd actually be curious. I haven't like read about relationships that last and the percentages on that. I have a strong feeling that when a partner is more expressive of their doubts or whatever they're feeling, I wonder if those relationships tend to last more than people who just kind of keep doubts to themselves until they boil over.
I think yes. I also think that it depends on the partner that you're with and how deeply they understand you as a person.
But then I feel like then it's not a good match.
Yeah.
If you can't take their way of expressing themselves,
because I think match. I think the thing about me is that would drive a lot of people insane, like truly insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that they would trust me. I think that they would try to like.
Well, to me, it makes me trust you that you're confiding in me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people wouldn't have that reaction.
Sure, they would feel jealous, or they would feel...
And then that would make me just want to fight. And then
right.
I'd probably get off on the fighting.
Well,
but that's also not healthy. Because I tried that with you in the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. And we were like fire and a wall, you know? Like it just wasn't...
Yes.
And so I think that now... we figured out a middle ground after 5.5 years of being together. But, you know,
yeah,
I did try that with you. I did try to be overly honest and then just explode on you. And that wasn't really fair. And now after watching that, like, I feel insane.
Why is that?
I don't know, because do you think I'm like him?
No.
I do.
No, you're not. I think you're like him.
I also have a thing where, like, if I see something or I watch something, like, I deeply relate to it in a way that maybe it's not even a parallel to myself, but I really, like, resonate with things when I watch them or read them or something.
Sure.
Like that.
I mean, I think that he's so compelling. I think it's incredible. I think this is amazing.
But you don't resonate with him.
I think that there's something...
I don't think you are anything like
him. I don't think
I
so
do
either.
think I am.
I think you're probably... Yes.
You guys know you want to see it?
The fact that you would take our wedding and you would put some kind of business venture or production venture in front of it, like...
That's the only way I would have a wedding.
Yeah.
The thing... Here, let me tell you my thoughts on a wedding, because I have a lot... I think lately, Aaron and I went home...
I'm going to get water as you tell us.
Yeah, go ahead. I went home, and there's your big water bottle right over there. That's not what you want. You want a Diet Coke. No. You want a Premier. Oh my God, the Propels, bro. So anyway, we went home for my grandfather's funeral, and I think that I was saying to Aaron, I was really numb for a very long time, to the point where I couldn't really feel anything. And then when my grandfather passed, it kind of brought up all of the emotions that I had when my cousin passed that I was just not feeling. And so now I'm like very overly emotional. And
I wouldn't even say that at all.
No, but it's not even like a crying thing. It's like I just feel very sad on a day-to-day. I feel very happy and grateful in a lot of ways, but I also feel like all of a sudden I'll think of something and it just floods me with emotion, and I want to escape it.
Yeah.
Whereas before I couldn't even really think. I couldn't. I was just completely numb. So I think that when I went home, also it brings up a lot of, you know, when you have a loss, or when you're just going through something emotionally with your entire family. To see my dad lose someone like that, his own father, it was really devastating for him, and still is. I am.
Coffee got you in a mood. We'll have to tell him. Because, okay, guys, we do have in the pipeline our first guest, who will be disclosed at a later time. But we locked it down. And we're actually pretty proud to lock it down.
Yeah.
Right? We're happy about it.
It was a connect, though. It's not
it
like
was a
it
personal
was like
connection, but it was nice of them to say yes.
Yeah, it was a personal connection.
It was very nice of them to say yes. It's definitely a catch for us.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just establishing that we're grateful for this.
Duh.
But Cave is on our list. Okay?
Because we want chaos on this pod.
Well, I
As
think
always.
we
promise chaos and we will deliver.
Look, we don't. So did we go into depth about what this will be about? But what we want is we'll probably still keep doing this podcast once a week.
Aaron, this guy's getting in my head. I feel that I say too much on this podcast and you don't say enough about your personal life at all.
Well, I feel like that's
it's kind of one-sided.
I'm gonna be honest. That's what gives us a good balance.
Yeah, but I think that you should say more and I should say less. Why don't you say anything and I always have to say something?
You love saying things.
No,
you love it.
I don't want to. I want to cut that part. I'm insecure now.
We could cut a bit of it that you don't want. That's fine.
I feel like I'm a little upset with you right now, bro.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I feel like you let me share, but you never share anything about your personal life or about how you feel or about any.
Do you have any questions? Because I do let you. So I let you talk. For instance, do you know what I mean?
I don't let you talk.
That's not what I'm saying.
When I let you talk, you only talk about movies.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I think that you have, like Cave, for instance, you have the spark in your brain that thinks of something, and the next thought, and the next thought, and you're very good at just going and going and going, which makes you the central rock and battery of this podcast. I believe that with my whole heart.
I don't think you can be a rock and a battery at the same time.
No, battery
they're
then.
different.
Battery.
They're different. You're the rock. I'm the battery.
Rock feels like a core, though.
I don't know. I'm anxious now, bro. Just fast forward. We have a guest. Woohoo. We're actually really excited about it.
So what this podcast will be is we're going to keep this once a week, just kind of general us shooting the shite.
So Aaron doesn't think we should keep this once a week. He wants to focus on the other one first and then like come back to this.
No, I think we should do it once a week. I think you guys,
like, please comment. Do you watch for us to spill our beans, spill the guts? Or do you watch more to hear about like film and that sort of things? You know, and Aaron's opinion, because really mine doesn't really matter in this instance. But I'm just asking you guys, what do you actually want to see? What do you actually want to watch for? Okay. Because I need to know, and I need to know if we should continue or not, or if I should fucking jump off of a bridge.
Okay. Well, anyhow, it's going to be, so we have this general one, and on top of that, we will be doing around once a week. I mean, we're gonna have to kind of establish it first. We're gonna try to get like a guest.
Like, should we even be revealing this before we film? Do you even know you'll get it locked and loaded?
Yeah,
so many empty promises.
You're inciting.
I'm just being honest.
You're going full.
I was supposed to get 50 pages today.
Oh my god, you were so inspired by him. You were so inspired. You were like, "Oh, I am," and then you proceed to like rip through his playbook immediately. Like, that's the first thing you did after saying, "Oh, you know what, Aaron? I shouldn't share anything. I'm going to be quiet."
I'm not inspired by him. I'm possessed by him.
You're clearly inspired by him.
I'm possessed.
Yeah.
No, because I wouldn't film myself talking.
Yes, you would.
As I'm doing it right now.
You're doing that right now.
You guys think I think I'm spilling too much. I'm really fucking anxious.
Oh
I feel like
God.
I feel like I have a anxiety.
Yeah.
Except I didn't even drink. I didn't even get the fun part.
Podxiety.
Anyway, spill. Whatever, go ahead.
What was I even saying?
You're talking about how we're having a guest.
Me.
And now how you're going to promise to do it.
Well, we're going to do it together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to focus on sort of more of the independent filmmaking community, people like Cave, people like our first guest. We're going to sort of break down, talk about their sort of ethos of creating things, a project they're really proud of, maybe a scene from it. And we're going to go into the weeds. Pretty much on the come up, though. Like on the biopic, that first 10 minutes, we're going to prolong into like an hour worth of chit chat.
I also think it's about us learning things.
Yeah, and for us to actually learn.
A lot of people, I think especially right now, a lot of independent work is what's kind of cool right now. And
Well,
I
it
think
seems to be that's the direction of things.
Yeah, and I think it would just be interesting to learn how people survived who kind of and are struggling or continue to make art. Maybe they're not at the highest level, maybe they're on the rise, maybe they've risen and fallen, or you know, maybe it was one thing that shot them up to success. But I think that it's interesting to see different perspectives and see how people are surviving, especially right now when the industry is kind of fallen. And they've really built themselves up on their own work. They didn't maybe come from connections or have, you know, hold of the industry before kind of creating that path for themselves. And I think that that's really interesting and important to look at for us, because we're kind of in a similar position where we want to be creating, but we're also surviving. We both have full-time jobs. We are, we've been really actively creating things for the past 3 years, but we definitely don't live on it at all. So I think it'd be interesting to see people that started like us, but are now able to sustain themselves.
Who are starting to create their work more consistently. And also try to find like people whose work that we really admire, who aren't in like a huge spotlight.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I feel like, the goal for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know who came up with this idea?
Please don't touch me.
Ooh.
I'm upset, actually.
I'm sorry, why is that?
Because I actually feel like I share too much and you don't share at all.
I don't think you share too much.
I do.
Why is that?
I'm like in my head right now, for real. But it's okay.
I don't think you share too much at all. I think if there's any reason people listen, we don't get podcast listens when you're not around.
That's not true. When
That's
am I not around?
That's absolutely true. There have been a couple.
2. As in a couple is 2. That's because people want to see my feet, Aaron. They just watch so they hope that I take my socks off, which I'm not doing today, you dirty little fuckers.
Whoa.
Cut that.
They're 50% of our audience.
I'm just done today. It's been a hard week.
Yeah, it has been.
My papu passed and I really miss him.
I miss him too.
Every time I see an old man on the street, I get really sad.
Can I tell you a story? I remember my grandmother died, and it was a few years later, and it was on the bus, and there was a woman who looked exactly like her, wore the exact outfit and glasses, and I freaking took a photo of her.
You did?
And I just thought of that just now. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
You took a photo of her?
Because it was like her twin. She looked like just like her.
Did it make you sad?
Yes. It's a really weird thing when, like, what's the freaking Game of Thrones quote? Death is so abstract until it's someone you know, or something like that. Like,
it is.
You just can't quantify a loss until you experience it yourself, even though people die all the freaking time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like I should feel less than I do, but
I mean, I don't think so.
At the same time.
Yeah. It's like an impossible thing to describe.
Yeah. I just feel like I want to hide, honestly. But that's okay. I think also when you lose someone, you get really sad for the people who are living, too. Not yourself, but like I'm really sad for my dad.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, that's like
my aunt and uncle.
That's one of the big. One of the big things. It's like, yeah, I totally agree.
Anyway, so I think that this year has been shitty.
This year has been a shit show. Okay, I don't know what the fuck has been happening.
There was an assassination.
There was an assassination today,
and Aaron watched it live.
Well, I got the.
He was there.
I was not there. The shooter is still at large, Sophia. Okay? For the record, I have been in Los Angeles this whole time.
I'm his alibi.
Sophia? You were at work. You were not my alibi.
You don't have one.
Yes, I do. wasn't me.
No, he can never shoot like that. Are you kidding me? Aaron's never held a gun. I have.
Anyway.
Once and then I cried after I shot it. Bullseye.
God damn. Okay, Cave. You're in timeout after that one.
Why?
Just implicated me in a murder.
It obviously wasn't you.
I know that.
They know that.
Well, I hope so.
You scared now? Who's anxious now?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year, you guys.
It has been. Fuck.
Yeah, no, but I accidentally.
Sorry,
I got
Jack. I'm trying not to swear.
It's because I'm on Citizen, so I get the Citizen alerts like real time. Like someone will post on Citizen who's there, so I learn faster than the news. And I saw it, I was like, "Frick!"
They posted it on Citizen.
Yeah,
Isn't that
Citizen
only for
has
your neighborhood?
everything. No, they do like
National news.
national news.
Don't look at me like I'm an idiot.
No, I couldn't come up with the
No,
word.
you looked at me like I don't know. You don't know Citizen does national news.
I thought.
No, I'm not on the app.
I thought you were gonna try to blame me. I thought you could be like, Aaron, isn't it only for local news? Were you there? I thought you were gonna go that direction.
You're doing that to yourself. You're kicking yourself in the foot if you. Oh God.
God, it's.
I
been a
swear to
week,
God, if this
dude.
video gets flagged and we get.
If this gets flagged and freaking something happens, yeah, no. But I accidentally saw the clip because I was there. Apparently, no, I'm just kidding.
So fucked, bro.
And it's disturbed me all day. So anyway,
Was it gory?
it was so gory.
I don't want to hear about it.
I know. I wish I could unsee it. I just
I
wish
knew
I
you were
could
gonna
live.
do it the moment you texted me.
It's because it was on.
I knew you were gonna watch it. I knew. I just knew because you're like one of those freaks that like sits on the. And also, I always think like Aaron, how does he get so much done? He has so much time. Blah blah blah. Like he. Actually, no, I don't think that. I think
No, you
how
don't
is
think
Aaron
that.
not?
How is Aaron not working fast?
How is Aaron not working fast enough? It's because first of all, he's telling me about this guy, right, Cave. He's watched all 12 episodes already. He's watched the movie. When is he watching these things, right? When is he watching an assassination, right? When is he traveling? You know what I mean?
Traveling.
Was it in DC?
No, it was in Utah.
Utah.
I was like, it was in LA.
This is like insane. This is so fucking unhinged. This podcast is crazy.
This one's taking a turn, man.
It really has.
This one's taking a turn.
But yeah, 2025 has been pretty hard on all of us.
Yeah.
So, we've said that like every single podcast this year as well. So I'm sorry to be the Debbie Downer, the bearer of bad news.
Gosh, I really hope they find the killer before I post this online.
Maybe he'll run free.
Who's to freaking
I don't know
say?
if I should say my opinions on this podcast. Is that wrong? I feel like you guys know what I feel.
Yeah, you know
Even
what we
when
feel.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Because you know me.
You know
I'm
us.
breaking out in hives.
Me too.
Anyway, drink your little Propel.
I'll say it's been a crazy year, okay? It's been a purge year, if you will. Why do I keep implicating myself? Anyway, yeah, I felt weird today too, alongside you.
Why? Because you're sad
Yeah, I'm sad.
or angry? What do you feel?
Ooh. Maybe more of a heaviness since the funeral, yeah. That's one I felt as well.
You miss Papu too.
Of course.
Aaron and Papu were really close. Aaron would always sit with him, and I'd sit
Yes.
with my.
Yeah, we would. Good times.
You guys.
Life is crazy.
Yeah.
What a road. But you know what? That was part of the reason for this pod. Think about it, we're doing it for a few years now.
That's true. And I guess I'll always look back on this pod and know how much I love my Papu. And I
Yeah.
still do and always will.
Me too.
And it does not feel real that he's gone. This is
No.
also the first grandparent that I've ever lost. And I
Yeah.
grew up very close to all four of my grandparents. So it feels very surreal. But yeah, I guess, with every podcast, we look back and we see what we were going through in that moment in time. And actually, to be honest with you guys, I'm never going to look back at these podcasts. I say way too many cringy things to look back at this.
But they're here.
But they're here for you and for future generations when we're old and we're successful and people want to find a reason to cancel us. So here you are.
You have me. You've had a lot of things up until this point. You can pin me for a murder right here, right now. For the record, I will show a photo of my lunch today. I think I took a photo of it. You will know I've been in this house all day today. Anyway.
FIFA for fun, bitches, on that note.
On that note.
I got a shower.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, let us know what you like, and we're excited to show you more.